Hello everyone, my name is Yousif and welcome to my podcast. Today I will be chatting with the person behind the English Multiverse program, Miss Mيمونة, to talk about the UN exam, the UN translation exam she set for recently. Miss Mيمونة is an American Lebanese teacher and translator who taught job seeker employees, school students, and also worked for different universities as a lecturer. Good morning, Miss Mيمونة, and welcome to our podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yousif. I'm honored.
So how do you like to introduce yourself as a teacher or translator?
I'm always happy actually to say that I am both. I'm an accredited trainer and teacher, and I'm a certified translator. And I have been working as an English teacher and a translator for more than 10 years. I have a master's and I have a bachelor's and a master's in translation, and I am also a member of the CIOL, where I had to do a very hard exam called the diploma of the diploma in translation.
What is CIOL?
Actually, CIOL stands for Chartered Institute of Linguists. It's an awarding body based in the UK. So what they do is that they present a lot of linguistic services such as translation, editing, and interpretation, and so on. And they have a lot of diplomas and certificates where people can actually go there and apply and get and benefit from the diplomas and the services.
Okay. The exam you did there, was it really hard?
Yes, actually, it was very hard.
Harder than grade 11?
Well, actually, yes, I guess it is. Actually, it was like a full day exam. We had to do 3 different examinations on the same day. First, we had a general translation text. Then we had a semi-specialized text in a business domain. And then there was another social science domain. There were different domains also, but I chose these ones. And the 2 of them had to only be done in 2 hours. So it was pretty much hard.
Okay, what about the UN exam? What is it for and why did you sit for it?
Actually, to answer the second part of your question, I've always wanted to be a translator at the UN. It has always been an ambition that I had ever since I was probably your age. So in order to do that, the first requirement is to pass the examination that UN put. So yeah, basically I had to apply and this is why I went for it.
Okay, can anyone take this exam? And what is the process exactly?
Actually, the process itself is not very easy. At first, you have to you submit a very long application. They have to accept you first to do the examination. I've actually applied a few times before, and my application wasn't accepted. But after around 5 years from applying the last time, I applied this year, and then they accepted finally for me to do the exam. But during that year before, I had to work so much on my career, on perfecting as much as possible my career, my references, my CV, my experience in the domain of translation for them to at least consider accepting my application to do the examination.
So that's why you are absent in one of the lessons?
Yes, exactly. The exam was on a Friday. True.
Okay. How do they select the candidates?
Okay, so first of all, as I mentioned in the previous question, you have to have a lot of references, experiences, basically, what they do is that they check your application and they see the level of experience that you have in addition to the diplomas and the certificates and the credentials that you have. And they are very, very precise when choosing. For example, you have to keep in mind that this is something international. So you probably have thousands of people applying to the same position of doing the exam. This is not yet a job application. This is an exam application. So, for example, for the Arabic translation, which I applied to, from the thousands that applied this year, they only chose a little over 300. So they have to be very precise and strict when choosing.
Okay, so if you pass, they hire you?
Not directly. I still have, if I pass this part of the exam, this is only the first part, I then have to do a more specialized part of the examination. If I pass that one, then I go to an interview part. If I am successful in the interview, they either offer me a job or put me on the roster for whenever there's a job opening.
Where would you work if you were hired?
Actually, it depends on where they would need an Arabic translator. So it could be in New York, Geneva, Beirut, or any other UN jurisdiction.
Okay, what exactly does the UN translator do, and why does the UN put this strict rules for selecting candidates?
Well, actually, just to put this in perspective, you have to think about how many state members they have in the United Nations. They have around 193 member states. So imagine, and there are 7 official working languages at the UN. So imagine to how many languages translators have to be translating. And these things that they are translating and documents and references and resolutions and everything issued by the UN officials, these have to be translated to the world to view. So this is not viewed by only a small number of people. No, this is translated for the world. So you can imagine how precise and very delicately rendered translations have to be, because any kind of mistake could be a fatal mistake to any translator. And this is why they are very, very precise. UN texts are very important around the world, not only for people who work in the diplomatic domain or officials or governments. No, for example, at universities, we also study UN texts. So imagine how that they are actually a source to so many people in the linguistic domain. So yeah, I can imagine why they are supposed to be very strict.
Well, we are very proud that you are from the elite linguists in the Arab world that were chosen for the exam. We wish that you achieve your goals and dreams to become a UN translator. Thank you very much, Ms. Mimona, for this interesting time.
Thank you so much, Yousif, and I wish you the best, you too. Thank you so much for having me.